subscribers, welcome back to my channel, Aquarian Empress Tarot. For those of you who are new to the channel, please do me a huge favor. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below along with that notification bell. That way you can be notified anytime I go live or post new content. So, you guys, I'm a few minutes behind the schedule, but I had to take care of me first because I could not come on live. I could not live stream if I did not take care of myself because I was not feeling the best earlier today. So I feel a lot better now. But I had a whole, I have a whole routine. Hey, Melanie Love, look at you being first in the chat. Well, you always here, but yeah, I have a whole skincare routine and all of that. So I did it today when I got home because I just needed to do it today. I was not feeling my best, y'all. It's that time, okay? Anywho, if you're wanting a quick reading, go ahead and drop a heart so my mods know, okay, I'm only doing 5 free people. Oh, that's sweet, Melanie. And then we're gonna hop into the real talk session so we can get right started. Hey, Sarah Loves. Hey, Kelly. And thank y'all for all the feedback last night. So I'm doing a lot better. You know, it's that time of the month. So I was feeling like crap earlier today. But I showered and got myself together, which is why it took me so long to start the live session. Because I normally like to start about 7 o'clock. But whew, I could not. So I took care of myself first. I feel a lot better. I feel refreshed. Took care of my skin, and I'm ready to go. How are y'all doing? It is Wednesday, so listen, we have made it halfway through the week. Yes. I'm super excited about this topic because I feel like it was I feel like it's way past due. So tonight's session, thank you, Kelly. We're going to talk about personal accountability. So tonight is about owning your shit. Tonight will be that night. So just be ready for it. Let's see. Hey, Kiss. Oh, that's awesome, Kelly. I'm actually in a great mood. It's just, when it hits you, that time of the month hits you. Y'all know what I'm talking about, ladies. And you feel ugh. But you're happy. I've been happy all day. It's just, the PMS, the cramps, and stuff like that is not going to give in to it. I'm not going to give in to it. I was no, I'm not going to give in. But me personally, I'm great. My body, I don't know what it's doing. Great, Sarah Loves. I'm so glad to hear it. So glad to hear it. Right, I'm telling you. I was just at work today, can this please be over? Oh, yeah, Sarah Love. Yeah, that's fine. If you want to go before, that's fine. Yeah, absolutely. Melanie, if you want to go ahead and drop because we're waiting on you. If not, I'm going to go ahead and hop on to the next person. Who is the next person? Look at me, not paying attention. Oh, Kelly. Okay. Yes, we are. Yep, I'm going to do the readings first. General messages. Okay. All right, Holy Spirit. Please show me the messages for Melanie. Melanie, what general messages do you have for her? Melanie, let me know if you're interested in moderating. I'm not trying to pressure you or anything like that, but I noticed that you're always here. So it would just be nothing to copy and paste a list. Just throwing it out there. Anybody else, if you're interested in modding for my channel, please hit me up, DM me on IG, email me something. Oh, you're most welcome, Kiss. Let's see. I'm going to take these 2 cards out. Hi, Jessica. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Welcome back if you're not. Oh, the other moderators will help you out, love. They'll help you out. Just let us know what you need help doing. All right, sir. What messages do you have from Melanie? Yes, Jessica, to answer your question, yes, we'll add you to the list since you are a new sub. I definitely want to make sure that I get my my new subs. Whoa. Hang on. All right, y'all. My incense fell over. Okay, there we go. You are most welcome. Also, if y'all are subscribed to my website, don't be surprised if you start receiving more emails from me because I'm trying to do better at marketing my business. So if you receive more emails from me or coupon codes and stuff like that, just don't be shocked. All right, Holy Spirit, what message do you have for Melanie? Yes. Let's see. Okay, Page of Swords. Page of Swords. Either you're curious about someone. We're doing well, Jessica. How are you? Either you're curious about someone, Melanie, or somebody's curious about you. Somebody may be thinking about reaching out to you, Melanie. You're on their mind, I feel. They might be watching your social media too, like your Instagram and Facebook. Judgment. Yep. Somebody wants a reconciliation. They realize how they treated you in the past wasn't the most morally acceptable way to handle the situation, and they want to come back and make things right because they've had this awakening, this epiphany all of a sudden that yeah. Look, 6 of Cups. This is definitely about a reunion. Somebody's thinking about a past connection with you, Melanie love, and they're thinking about all the sweet, nurturing, loving energy, because the cups are about emotion, love, feelings, that type of thing. Like, see how these little dwarfs are exchanging? He's giving her flowers, like he misses her. Like, yeah. Yeah. Also, if you're new to the live, please thumbs up if you are watching the stream. 6 of Swords. Yeah, you've moved on. You've moved past this person because you could see that the relationship there was low vibrational energy surrounding it, or surrounding this person you were dealing with, Melanie. But this person, they want to come back. Yeah, Temperance. They want to make wrongs right. They want to rectify. Yeah. Since you've been gone, yeah, they've had an awakening, a realization with the Tower. Major shifts have happened in their life. They could be separated from whoever they were with. If there was a third party involved, they could be divorcing or in the process of divorcing, because the Tower does indicate breakups, a fallout, some sort of conflict, or just major changes, big major changes. And so I think that's why now they want to come to you, which is kind of like low-key disrespectful, because it's like, you could see it coming. I feel like you may have even told the person, you could see that it wasn't going to work out, but they did what they wanted to do. And yeah, 7 of Pentacles. Now they're going to have to wait. If Spirit allows for another chance, the 7 of Pentacles is about delays. They're going to have to wait before the universe allows them to come back to you, because you walked away from it. Yeah, you're manifesting all the things you need in your life. Financial stability, emotional stability, spiritual stability, confidence, self-confidence, self-love, all of it. Yeah. You're manifesting something that's actually going to be reciprocal and not one-sided. And there's a possibility for new love here. You may receive a new love offer from a totally new person. So that's one of the messages that Spirit wants you to know. Also, with this Four of Pentacles, Spirit's like, be careful of giving too much or not giving enough. If you're an over giver, Spirit's like, hold back a little bit. Don't give so much so fast. Just take it slow. Take it day by day. All right. So that's the general message is love. Also, with the Six of Pentacles, somebody may reach out to you, Melanie, and they may want to give you something like a gift or even some money. Like you may, if there is a situation like at work that was imbalanced, it may balance itself out. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, Bree Love, my free list is closed, but stick around after the real talk session. If I have time after that, I may squeeze in. You're welcome, love. You're most welcome. So, Melanie, I'm gonna add you as a mod, and then we'll have you start Friday night helping to mod, okay? And we'll help you out as needed. Just let us know what you need. Let's see. Kelly, love, you can go ahead and drop yours. Hold that thought, Jessica. I'm going according to the list, the names on the list. No, I haven't. I ate earlier. So I'll probably eat something light later. I'm still dieting, so I can only have so many calories within the day, so I don't eat a whole lot. Oh, that's right, Sarah Boo. Thank you for reminding me. I'm sorry, Kelly. You are right. No, it's not your fault, Kelly. It's mine. I apologize. Jessica Love, are you still in here? Hang on. What's coming in regards to love? Let's see what Spirit has to say. Yep, you are next. I apologize, y'all. That's why I have mods, y'all. My mods remind me. Okay. All right, Holy Spirit, what messages do you have for Jessica in regards to love? Seven of Cups popped right out first, so it looks like there's going to be options. It looks like there's going to be options coming in for you this year. So sometime between, what is this, February and February next year, there's going to be options coming in towards you. Seven of Cups is about temptations and illusions. So be careful that you don't just fall for something, because everything that glitters is not gold. Just because he looks nice, you know, seems like he's a nice guy, right? Doesn't mean he's a good guy. There's a difference between a nice guy and a good guy. A nice guy, he has a funny personality. He's fun to be around. But when it comes to his moral character, the core of his being, does he stand you up? Is he late? Is he going to show up on time? Is he texting you inappropriate things? Is he, you know, trying to see how far he can go? Does he respect your boundaries? Those are the things you want to look for, not just what's on the outside. Not just, oh, well, he's handsome, he looks good, he's well dressed, he's articulate. Those are all physical traits. Those are all personality traits. Spirit says, look at the core of this person. Look at who he is as an individual. And that takes time. That takes time. So whatever options are coming towards you, Spirit is saying, be careful that you don't get caught up. Because everything that glitters is not gold. And everything that looks appealing is not always the best option for you. It's kind of like the comparison between, you know, chocolate cake or birthday cake and having a salad. You're going to choose the birthday cake because it's sweet and it is pretty and it's got the candles on it and it's got, you know, all this fancy stuff. The salad, which is the better option, it don't look all that appealing. It ain't, but it's the better option for you. So Spirit's saying, pay attention to what you go after in regards to love. All right. What are the messages in love do you have for Jessica, Spirit? We have the King of Swords. The King of Swords. This person could be very sharp at the tongue. And what I mean is he could be very straightforward. This is a mature masculine energy. But be careful because sometimes the King of Swords can be very blunt. And he doesn't mean to be. He's just very forthright and very, like, direct. This is definitely a new love offer with the Knight of Cups here on the bottom of the deck. Also, he could be a very good communication. He could be a good negotiator, and he could have the gift of gab. So beware of that, because the King of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. So this person can have the gift of gab, especially if this is an air sign. Could be any sign, but the elements I have are water and air. We have strength here. This person could have a very strong, dominant personality as well. With the strength card, like he may want to be, he's a dominant person. He's a leader. So he may challenge you on your boundaries. Hey, love. Well, thank you for hopping in. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the love. 5 of Wands. So y'all may butt heads because if you have a very strong personality and he has a very strong personality, it can kind of, you know, clash a little bit. But that's okay. Spirit's like, stand on your boundaries. Nope, we haven't started yet, love. I'm doing readings. 8 of Wands. Make sure you clearly, I cannot stress this enough, Jessica. Make sure that whoever's coming towards you, because somebody is coming towards you, this is action with the 8 of Wands. This is action and communication. Definitely could be an air sign, could be a fire sign, because I have Leo energy here as well. And this is also fire energy. Great. So before you take this risk, because I have the Fool on the bottom of the deck, and start this new relationship, Spirit's saying make sure that you have clear communication about what your boundaries are. But don't go in it with expectations. Character, Melody, character. Because personality is looks. Personality is what we see on the outside when we first meet someone. Character is your moral system, your moral values at the core of your being. What do you value? What matters to you? But yeah, Jessica, be sure to make sure you communicate exactly what your standards are, what you will and will not allow. And you don't have to be, how can I say this? Like, you don't have to be like pushy about it, but if you get resistance, you may have to be a little direct. Let's see. All right. But overall, 6 of Wands, the Spirit is saying this could be very successful if both parties, if you two are able to work through the challenges and communicate very well, you'll be able to work through it. So test the character. Make sure the actions match the words. If those two don't add up, then something's not right. And if you feel, which I know Leos are very intuitive, if you feel something or you feel a vibe from whoever these options are, and don't be afraid to date multiple people. There's nothing wrong with dating multiple people. Dating is not having sex with people. Dating does not mean that you have to move in within the first 6 months together. Dating is just going out, talking, collecting data, dating, and gaining insight and information on someone else's background and how they perceive relationships so that you can get to know what their standards are versus, compared to yours, and see if you're actually compatible. Dating is for compatibility. It's to see if you two are aligned in your way of thinking, and your goals and how you want to proceed in a relationship. It's not really about all this other stuff that people have made it out to be. You know, the one night stands, the flings, the sexual chemistry. It's not really about that. Yes, that plays a role, but it's deeper than that. So make sure that you clearly express what your standards are. Make sure you stand firm on your boundaries, because the minute you let up, is the person will try to walk all over you, especially if he's a dominant personality. So that's what I'm seeing as far as love coming in. Let me see, do I have advice? You're most welcome. First message right off the top, finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So if you are trying to get things paid off, if you are working on your credit, Spirit says go ahead and work on those things so that you're fully stable when you get into a connection. You're able to handle everything you need to handle on your own. You don't have to, which I feel like you already are. But if you're trying to get even better, continue to do that. This person may struggle with finances as well. So make sure that whoever you're dating, and I always say this, the basics, like transportation, right? A place, they have a place to stay, and employment. Those are the basics. If a man does not have the basics, then there's no reason why he should be dating, and neither should a woman. So make sure whoever you're dealing with, he at least has the basics. And sometimes you won't find that out for like a couple of weeks until you find, oh, so really, so what do you do for a living? Well, you know, I'm kind of in between jobs right now. So that technically translates into what? He's unemployed. So yeah, take the time and collect that data while you're dating. Oh, well, yeah, you know, I take care of my kids during the day. Did you say kids, sir? Is that what you said? Kids, plural, like more than one? So you see what I'm saying? So you're gathering information through the conversation. Yeah, and I'm usually at my mom's house. He probably lives there. So just listen. Just be a really great listener when you're dealing with people. Because people usually tell you about themselves. Yeah. They do. People tell themselves all the time. I'm telling y'all, this technique really works. I use it during my interviewing process when I'm interviewing people for different jobs and stuff like that. They'll tell me their whole, oh yeah, I got hurt on this job and I cut myself on the machine because I wasn't paying attention, and then I got let go. And like, people tell on themselves all the time. All the time. Well, I got into it with the boss. We got into it. Oh, so why were you terminated? Well, we got into it. Okay, Melanie Love. Yeah, I got into it with the boss because I didn't like the way she talked to me, so I said something to her. You see the vibes, you see the energy I'm getting right here. So this already tells me as an employment specialist, if I put this aggressive type of person in a facility with other people, right, exactly. What could pop off? She has a mouth on her, and she's very confrontational, and she has no problem of getting in the boss's face and cussing her out and telling her off, possibly swinging, throwing blows. This is what I cannot have because you represent me and you represent my company. So you're not qualified for this position. Sorry. That's exactly how dating has to be. Either they're qualified to have a position in your life, or they are not. And it's okay, because you're going to have candidates. You're going to have candidates, right? Hey, Queen Love. That's what candidates are. They're just coming in. You're the employment specialist here. You can type 45 words per minute. Okay, wonderful. You have a bachelor's in education. Okay, wonderful. Yeah. You're welcome, love. Oh, you haven't worked in 5 years? Oh, okay. So I'm gonna be honest with you. It is gonna hey, Queen Love. Thank you, boo. I'm telling you. But yeah, you haven't worked in 5 years, so you do realize it's going to be a little bit difficult for me to just place you, because, you know, a lot of employers, like myself, we like to see you have a little bit of experience. All right. So, Kelly. Ooh, let's find out. All right. Let me find out. And I'm going to use. Where's the deck that I want to. Okay, here it is. I think this is it. Is this the one? All right. Just keep it in mind. Just keep it in mind. Feminines and masculines, when you are dating people and you are collecting data, it is an interview process. Everybody, you know, some people don't make it past the interview stage. You know what? Some people, this is how my system works, y'all. Give y'all a little glimpse of my life, right? In the system, you're either an applicant, you are an interviewee, or then you become an associate once you pass the interview process. So that means you're actually able to be in the pool of candidates selected for a job. Okay, that's fine, Melanie Love. Hey, you prettiest girl. My list is actually closed, but just stick around because you know me. After the real talk session, I might have time. I'll see what I can do, but no promises because my energy is limited. But I will be back live again Friday night. So let's see. All right, Spirit. What's the possible outcome of Kelly reaching out to express her feelings towards her person? We have the Knight of Cups. Okay. So he may express that he has romantic feelings as well. Okay. Eight of Wands. Great. Okay. Yeah, he may actually communicate and, express that he has the same feelings as you do. Knight of Cups and Eight of Wands together. That's communicating and talking about love. Romantic feelings. Nine of Pentacles. This is great. Let's see. Page of Swords. Curious to know more communication, asking questions. So I'm feeling like, I'm feeling like it would be highly advantageous. The Knight of Swords here, this is about speed, action. The Knight of Swords, he has this energy of, he has a very quick, ideas, plans, expressing feelings. So he may be quick about whatever questions, he just may impulsively ask you, well, why me? Or, what is it that you like about me so much? I can literally hear him saying that, why do you feel this way about me? Just asking questions because he's genuinely curious to want to know how you really feel. Yeah, very active energy. Let's see. Yeah, Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. And I feel like you may just be really being open and honest with him in the Queen of Swords energy. You're just very straightforward and direct with how you feel. So I think it'll go really, really well, which will cause the Four of Wands is here. So this is going to create a really strong foundation for the connection. And he's going to be just as straightforward with you to see how this can grow. Three of Wands. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands. That you both have been through a lot, but Spirit's saying this could actually be very successful. The Six of Wands is here in the bottom of the deck. It's up to y'all. It's up to y'all what y'all trying to do. This could be very successful. Let's see. Yeah, really great energy. I love it. Really, really great energy. Love it, love it. Yeah. What's the advice, Spirit? Need one card for advice. Worth waiting for. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So this is confirmation from Spirit that this is the right time. You know, you're being led by your spirit guides and angels to go ahead and take that step. You know, if you feel that this is the right time for you to take that step, it's time for you to take that step. Don't be scared. Yeah, this could lead to an actual commitment here. We have wedding. This situation involves marriage, but not just marriage, but like a higher level of commitment in the connection. So definitely trust your gut there. Okay. So I hope that helps, love. So you can take a breath and let it out. Okay, Kiss Love, you are next. Who's still hanging around? Who's still hanging around? Ooh, what can you expect from him? Okay. This is gonna be a little okay. All right, Bree. Since you are still here, I will get you after Sarah. We'll see. Let me just tell y'all something. Listen, this is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. I did a personal reading last night for another one of my viewers, subscribers, and she's such a lovely person. And she was like, thank you so much. She's like, the messages really were confirmation for me of what I already knew that I needed to do. I just needed that extra push. And that's really what tarot is all about. It's really about tarot and oracle messages. They're just there to give you the confirmation and the strength to go ahead and do what you know you need to do, or go ahead and move in a direction that you know you've been guided by spirit to move in. Because, you know, God allows things to happen for a reason. God puts people in our lives for a reason. And, you know, it's either up to us to move forward or stay stagnant. Let's see. It's also about, the tarot also helps you to take personal accountability. Like, you can see some of the mess that you've been involved in, and you're like, damn, I did that. I was a part of that. I allowed that. So then it's like, then you realize what changes you need to start making so that you can have a better outcome. That's what it really is about. All right, so what are the energies surrounding the Cancer? What are the energies surrounding the Cancer that's coming back to town? Let's see. Celebrate being in love. So he still has feelings for you. Celebrate being in love. I just wanted to see, I wanted to do an energy check and see what his energy might be towards you. Caught up in social media. So he might be following you on social media somewhere, Kiss. He might be on your Instagram, your Facebook, Twitter account. I have wiping hands clean on the bottom of the deck. He may want to make amends. So he may reach out to you. He may message you on Instagram or something like that, some social media platform, or simply send a text to let you know he still is thinking about you. He still does have feelings for you. Gone fishing. Gone fishing. You know, I feel like with this, because you see this, right? You see this, right? There's a fishing pole and there's a heart with a person attached to it. So he thought he would go out. He thought he would go out and find somebody better. We know how that goes. He thought he would go out, but I feel like he ended up disappointed. Look, no shit. Tainted love is what Spirit says here. He thought he found somebody better. He thought he could be in another relationship that was better than the connection he had with you. Fake love, romance, scam. That's what he got. Well, now he's wiser because of the experience. Now he can see, okay, well, she really was there for me. She really did love me. She really did support me. Current energy surrounding the Cancer. Look, it was lustful, tragic romance. And when you base things on lust, right? Because lust is an attachment. It's an attachment. It's not love. Yeah, it's not love. You have problems. We have sweet talker. We have sweet talker. He knows. Listen, let me tell y'all about Cancer men because I know them. He's so in tune emotionally. This is where the manipulation comes in, and I don't care what anybody has to say. Water signs are superior at manipulation. Let me tell you why. In an unhealthy energy, they are master manipulators. Yeah, sweet talker. She probably talked him into some shit, making him think that she wanted something with him, all of this, blah, blah, blah. And it didn't turn out the way that he thought it would. Trust issues. He has trust issues. He has trust issues. He's always thinking that somebody's out to get him. He's paranoid. He always thinks that somebody's out to take his money or give him a run for it, or, you know, somebody's lying to him or cheating on him. He's always anxious. I can feel like an anxious energy around him, which is why he's not stable. He doesn't have lasting, stable connections, because if somebody scarred him, he will hop into another relationship just to cover up the emotions from what he felt from the other person, just to give him like a temporary feeling of gratification or temporary affection, or the lust covers up the hurt that he experienced in the other connection. So he went for the baby mama. He came to you because you made him feel better, because you didn't know. You didn't know that he had other stuff going on. So that was the issue. You didn't know. So you made him feel loved, supported, you know, affectionate, right? So then when you confront him and you find out the truth, then there's a problem. All of a sudden you become the problem, when he wasn't honest about his whole situation to begin with. I can tell you he wasn't honest. I can tell you he lied and he hid some things. Look, is here. There's things that he didn't tell you, right? And you had to find out about it later. But you actually grew from this connection. You grew from this connection. It says, dearest twin flame, you mean so much to me. You have taught me how to be the best version of myself. For that, I am forever grateful. Love, your other half. So the experience made you stronger. So now you can see the red flags. But his energy right now is that he's driven by lust. He's not in love with anybody. He has issues with himself that he needs to work on, but he keeps bouncing between women. Because it keeps him from having to deal with his deep-seated emotions is what the problem is. He doesn't want to face self. He doesn't want to take personal accountability for his poor choices. That's the issue. And I'm pretty sure that if you were to give him another chance, or he was to come back in, there would be excuses. There would be excuses as to why things didn't work out, why he left, or why he ghosted you, or why he did this, or why he did that. Because, you know, I just got so much going on, and this, that, and the third, and I'm trying to deal with my baby mom, all this other stuff. Excuses. Instead of just saying, you know what, you're right. I need to do better. I shouldn't have treated you like this, and I'm so sorry, and it won't happen again. You know, I'm not ready for this relationship. You see the honesty, the transparency that I'm saying here? I'm not ready for a relationship right now. I have a lot of things that I need to work on before I'm in a relationship with anyone, and I need to get myself together, and I need to take care of my child. That would have been the honest thing to say. That would have been the honest, morally right thing to do. But that would be easy. That would be the easy route. Emotionally, it wouldn't be easy, because then he'd have to take accountability. He would have to take accountability. So he's in a very lustful energy right now. Spirit, what actions might he take towards Kiss? Coming back to Antigua. What actions might he take towards her? What actions might the Cancer take towards Kiss? We have the Ace of Wands. You're welcome. Ace of Wands in reverse. He's still attracted to you. He's still very much attracted to you. Let's see. Nine of Cups. Yeah, there's romantic feelings there. He still has feelings for you. But he's not ready to start this up again. Not with the Ace of Wands in reverse. King of Cups. Yeah, he's still deep. He still feels deeply for you. King of Cups. This is Cancer energy. This is a masculine energy. We have the Star. He still has hope that maybe one day you two will be together. But for now, he feels like it's over. He feels like it's just done. It's a done situation. And you're tired of getting to the situation because I feel like you gave enough. You gave so much. You're actually his divine counterpart, Queen of Cups energy here. You're the person that gave him the love, the emotional support, the affection, which is why he gravitated towards you. Yeah. No, you didn't bring the love. You didn't miss it. But he has to get, he's not stable. So he won't be able to, there's no offers here. You notice there's no offers here. There's no Ace of Pentacles. There's no Page of Pentacles. There's no Knight of Pentacles. There's no offers being presented here because he has issues and he needs healing. Yeah, with the Star here, there's definitely healing that needs to be done, especially his emotional self. Working on self. I keep telling y'all, woo, a lot of people need therapists, psychiatrists. A lot of people need to quit smoking and quit drinking and quit hopping around from person to person. Because you keep burying your emotions in other people and you're putting off that negativity onto other people. Your issues are your issues. You're welcome, love. Bree, you can go ahead and drop your question, love, because I know you're still oh, Sarah. It's Sarah. Sarah and then you, Bree. Okay, that's great. So you've been in contact. That's great. Let's find out what's in his headspace and what's in his heart space. Yeah, a lot of people turn to substances as a means of coping, and I think the next reading I'm going to do is collective reading is going to be, well, I'm going to do it by signs. It's going to be, what do you need to be accountable for? Let's see. Holy Spirit, what messages do you have? What's an omitted headspace towards Sarah? Holy Spirit. Ooh. Okay. Six of Swords. Yeah, he wants to come out of that energy of not speaking. You're welcome, love. He wants to come out of the energy. He's very much in his head about the connection. So he does want to move forward. And this is great because the Six of Swords is always coming out of a low vibrational, like toxic type energy and moving into a lighter, more peaceful, tranquil energy. Six of Swords. So he's wanting to move forward. There's a reason you feel that way. The Moon. The Moon. He's picking up your feelings. He's picking up your emotions. This is funny. In his headspace, he feels like there's something that you're not telling him or that you're hiding or holding back with the Moon. That's what he's thinking. Like, she's not telling me something. There's something that she's holding back. Right. Six of Wands. And that, you know what? You are so real about it, Sarah. And that's the truth. And sometimes it's hard to let go. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to let go. The Spirit says, focus on you. They are saying focus on you, though. Six of Wands, what he's thinking is that he does want to move forward. He does want a victory with you. Despite the challenges that you two have faced in this connection with the Nine of Wands, because y'all have been through it together. It's been rough. Look, he's all bandaged up, bruised up. He's got a bandage around his head, hair all flying out. He done been through some things. Y'all done been through some things in this relationship, but he does want to move forward. Yeah. Knight of Cups. Yeah, what he's thinking, he does want to offer you his love. He does. He wants to offer you his cup of love. He wants to express that he does have feelings for you, or he's developing feelings for you more and more. And he's almost to the point where he's ready to take that leap of faith. Let's see. What is in his heart space here, Spirit? Let's see. You know, I feel like he owes you an apology. Right. I feel like he owes you an apology though. For the one, for the lies. Two, for the disappearing. Because you shouldn't have had to chase him. You can't, the thing is, Sarah Boo, you can't be made the fool because you didn't do anything wrong. He was the one that wasn't honest about still being in a relationship when he reached out to you. What's in his heart space, Spirit? He's actually wanting to give more with this Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. He may be having a hard time concentrating at work too. He may have a lot on his mind. He may be having difficulty concentrating because the Eight of Pentacles is in reverse. Yeah, he may be having a hard time focusing on work. Let me see. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Two of Swords, Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups, Ace of Swords. It probably does. It probably does. But I mean, if he had reached out and was in communication with you this whole time, would there be feelings like that there? No. So he has to think about this logically. Eight of Pentacles. Right. So right now, I mean, it's a waiting game. It's like you're testing, you're collecting data. You're just trying to see if he's qualified, if he's even a candidate. If he's even a candidate at this point, because it's like you're having to start all over because you haven't been in contact. How he's feeling. He wants, okay. So he wants to build with you, but with the Eight of Cups and the shadow energy in reverse, I mean the Eight of Pentacles and the shadow energy in reverse is, right. It's seeking shortcuts to your detriment, burning out or giving up, sporadic output or inexperience. So he may be trying to, yeah, but I know you're very intuitive and I feel like you will pick up his energy, but he may be trying to like rush things. He may be trying to rush things or trying to, yeah, he may be trying to rush you into opening up and being vulnerable or pressure you into opening up and being vulnerable. But if you don't feel comfortable being vulnerable, I would not. Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. He does want to start over with you. He does. He also feels like there's an external, how does he feel? He feels like there's an external party between you and him that could be causing you to hold yourself back. Not necessarily a third party, but something could be work that he's picking up on the fact that something is distracting you because you haven't been communicating with him as much. How's he feeling? Ooh, look at this. Five of Cups. He's feeling regret and remorse for what happened in the past. He's actually thinking about it and he's feeling regret and remorse because he caused the problems. He caused the conflict by his behavior, his lack of action. How is he feeling? He has romantic feelings towards you. Let's see. How's his romantic feelings towards her? Spirit. Um, look, he feels like there's unfinished business between you two because this is the wheel and the wheel is in reverse here. So this is like karmic energy. There's still karmic energy. There's still lessons that need to be learned in this connection. He's overwhelmed emotionally. He's overwhelmed by, I feel like, by guilt, by the self-sabotage that he's caused in this connection. He's overwhelmed by the amount of love that you've shown him, the amount of patience that you've exhibited in this entire connection. Kudos to you, girl, because I could never. Just the incredible amount of strength that you've had to put up with his shit this entire time, and still trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, and still trying to have hope and faith in this connection. He's overwhelmed because I don't think he thought that you would stick around this long or even pursue him this long. That's what he's thinking and that's what he's feeling. Just so you know. I'm telling you, these twin flame connections ain't no joke. Let me see. Good thing about it is that you had the wisdom enough to say, I'm not going to entertain the foolery, and I will leave you if that's what I need to do in order to move forward. But I'm not gonna entertain you being with other women and all this other foolery. I'm gonna go ahead and live my life and take care of me because I matter. No games at all. Yep, Bree. Right, Kelly? Twin blame. They're gonna be like, what you mean he twin blames? Oh man. Let's see, Bree. Right, turns into a whole new human being. I mean, they say the whole purpose of the twin flame connection is, to help you reach your highest potential, to become the best version of you. You're most welcome, Sarah Boo. Holy Spirit, Divine Source, please show me the messages for Bree in regards to love. What messages? Please show me the messages that come forward for her highest good and highest vibration, please. Let's see. We have the Knight of Swords. So somebody is taking action. I don't know if this is you or whoever you're dealing with, Bree, but someone is going to be taking action or reaching out to communicate and doing so quickly because they want a success with you. The Fool. The Fool is about starting a new journey, but also having hope and faith. Having hope and faith moving forward. Believing that the impossible is possible. Yeah. Nine of Swords. I feel like this could be your energy though. I feel like you may have but there's a lot of swords here. Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is about sabotage, but it's also about anxiety, nervousness. You may be nervous about starting a new connection with someone, or moving forward in a current connection with someone. You may be afraid of moving too quickly, possibly. The Wheel of Fortune. There could be karmic energy in this connection. I had the Three of Cups. I should have said it. I have the Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So there could be two other options. You could be the person in the middle. There's two people involved. One person wants you. The other person wants you. You don't know if you even want either of them. That's what I'm feeling. Three of Cups. Or anybody that you're dealing with could have another party attached. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, there's karmic energy involved here. The Magician here. The Magician is here. Spirit wants you to know that you have the power. You have the power to move forward. You have the power to manifest a new connection if you want. You have the power to say no if anybody or anything that feels like it is not for your highest good, that it's draining you, that it's low vibrational, you have the power to say no or walk away, cut it off. Cut it off, make them feel it. Am I money bag? Yo. Don't even entertain it. If you feel something, say something. I say this all the time. Like, you've been acting strange. You don't communicate regularly. I'm not with the shits. Let the person know you're not with the shits. Like, you can't just ghost and come back whenever you feel like it. You can't just talk to me any type of way and expect me to be okay with it, or run in and out of my life. This is not a brothel. This is not a hotel. Either you're going to be here or you're not. Either you're going to put in the effort or I'm going. I'm just going to move around. I'm just going to keep. Remember this. The door is always open both ways. You don't have to be there. They don't have to be there. Let's see. I think sometimes we as people, especially us women, sometimes we make the relationships more complicated by putting up with shit that we know we shouldn't put up with. Like, oh, well, you know, he's really not that bad, but he is, though. He really is. Let him go. Goodbye. Y'all know I'll be saying it. Goodbye. Let him go. The constant talking and, well, we need to have a talk and we need to sit down, and how many sit downs and how many conversations are you going to have before you just... What are the messages here, Spirit? These are grown adult people. They know exactly what they're doing. We have the Strength card. Yeah, Spirit says stand in your power. Know your worth, set your boundaries, and stand firm on those boundaries. It's one thing to set a boundary, but it's a whole other thing to enforce that boundary. Mean what you say, Bree, and say what you mean. What else do I got here? Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands, you actually may be protecting your energy too, or you may need to, Spirit is saying, with the Seven of Wands. Because somebody may have some low vibrational energy. Somebody that you're dealing with may have very low vibrational toxic energy. And Spirit saying protect yourself. And with the Strength card, stay grounded, stay rooted. Everybody is not meant to be in your energy. They're not. Everybody's not meant to come to your home. Everybody's not meant to be in your personal space. What is this? This is a classic deck, Kelly. I got it from somebody on Etsy. I wasn't gonna say it, but I felt it. I felt it before you even said it, Bree. It's a Japanese tarot deck, Kelly. It's a classic. Like, it has to be made or pre-ordered. Temperance is here. Yeah, I feel like you're just trying to restore the peace in your life. Me too. That's what drew me to it. Where was the artwork here in the pictures. And it's so unique. Not many readers even have this deck. So I was like, I want that one. You're trying to balance things out in your life, and a part of, like, it's almost like Spirit is like, center yourself. See how she has an altar set up here? And there's candles and everything. It's like prayer, meditation, fasting, detoxing, whatever you need to do. But Spirit is like, center yourself, bring yourself back to earth, ground yourself, draw yourself closer to the Most High, and guard your energy. Right. Spirit saying there will be better options coming in for you. There will be better options coming in for you that are not going to be so damn stressful. Ten of Wands. Yeah, they're not going to be so stressful, but somebody is definitely wanting to reach out to you. Page of Pentacles. And this could be a new love interest, because this is a new opportunity with the Page of Pentacles. There will be a new opportunity for love coming in. But Spirit says, get your mind right. Get yourself together. Know what it is that you're wanting out of a connection. and make sure that that's what's happening. The next connection that you get involved with, make sure it's what you want to be involved with, and that's perfectly okay. The Pisces might not have, but he wasn't the, obviously he wasn't the one. He wasn't cutting it. Everybody ain't it. Everybody is not it. Whew, child. I feel you. But once you focus on self, like you said, focusing on yourself and your children, you are going to automatically attract people to you because they'll see you in that high vibrational energy of taking care of self, loving self, that, that energy. You're most welcome, love, and you deserve true love. You deserve to be happy. So you're saying that now because you just feel like shit. Damn, I tried. But that's all you can do. At the end of the day, we have no control over how somebody else is gonna act. We just go ahead and cut this. Remember, you're a Gemini. You just keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Whoever don't fit, just like me with candidates in my job, this person they ain't qualified for this job. I'm not gonna. Okay, great, thank you. I have your paperwork on file. Good day. Have a good day. Everybody is not fit. Then I'm gonna find that candidate that, oh, you got 10 years experience. Oh, okay, right. Let's see. Alright, Spirit, what messages do you have for Queen? What does she need to know for her growth? Holy Spirit, what does she need to know for her growth? Give me all kinds of messages today. First one, Guardian Angel. That's the first message. What do I do with the book? Always moving books. There it is. Okay. Guardian Angel. Spirit says you are not alone. You are not alone. Thank you, Kelly Love. You may need to, like I said, get grounded and do protection, like things for protection, like protecting your energy and stuff like that. Prayer more. Hey, Em. If y'all know of any other good things that Bree could try to protect her energy, because all spirits are not bad, but if it's a negative entity, you want to block and bind that spirit so it goes out. So if y'all know of any other things that she can do for protection, please let her know. But I feel like praying is definitely number one. And then just surrounding yourself with aspects of light, whether that's reading scripture or whether that's surrounding yourself with surrounding yourself with people who are on the same vibrational frequency as you. Just listening to things like they have, I think there's things on YouTube that helps to ground you, like grounding. And then there's other things for blocking negative entities or removing them or expelling them. So just be careful with it. Because like I said, all spirits are not bad. That's why you have guardian angels and then you have the demonic side. So you have to be very careful with the spirit realm of what you're allowing in and what you're calling in. People who are into witchcraft and stuff like that, they can sometimes summon up demons. And those demons can attach themselves to people. So be careful of what you're dabbling into, especially if you're not familiar with what's going on. That's why I say surround yourself with people who are of the light, praying, that type of thing. Yes, exactly, Queen. Let's see. Um, your message here, this is from Holy Spirit. You are not alone. You are not alone. I feel like sometimes you really, really feel that, and sometimes you may become in a depressed state, Queen. But Holy Spirit wants you to know that you are not alone. Remember, watch for signs and reminders from your angels that they are close by. Remember, they're working hard to guide you. Um, the guardian angel card shows the white feather has become known as the guardian angel's business card. Whenever a white feather appears in your life or this card appears in a reading, yes, exactly, Queen. It's a message to say your guardian angel and ancestor guides are particularly close at this time and are there to support you with their love. If you've asked for help with a particular situation, know that there is divine intervention in the works. So this is what message Holy Spirit wants you to know, Queen, is that if you've asked for help, you've prayed about the situation, there's divine intervention in the works. So God is trying to work, He's trying to perform miracles for you. He's trying to open doors for you and make a way of escape. For whatever it is that you're trying to deliver yourself from, for whatever it is that you're trying to deal with or cope with, He's trying to provide a way. Trust it. Everyone has a guardian angel who's been with them in all past lifetimes and will be there in all lifetimes to come. So know that you're never alone and never will be alone. This card is a huge reminder that there's always help and support available to you. Your guardian angel is with you now and is here to aid you in all your endeavors. In order to fully receive their support, first ask for it. This is why I say prayer and manifestation. And then surrender to the process. Know that whatever unfolds, however it unfolds, is for your highest good. That was the first message. Love that message. Let's see. Trust your instincts. Trust your instincts. That was the next one. Animal guardian. Trust the powerful animal spirit within to learn more about yourself and your talents. Spirit says you have a powerful animal spirit within that can be wild, protective, you're welcome, love, instinctive, and even calm. Animals don't second guess how they feel, Rigo. They just express it, and you can learn from that. When this card arrives, it's important to connect with how you really feel, how you want to feel, and what you really need. So now is really the time Holy Spirit is saying to focus on self. How you want to feel and what you really need. Take the time to connect with your animal energy, express it naturally. Let even the fiercest energy move through you before returning to your natural state. It'll teach you a lot about your gifts and how you can grow. Yeah, he's always the culprit in him. Always, I swear. He hid my house shoes last night. I don't even know. He hid my house shoes. I have no peace. Sky Father. Sky Father. To me, this is the Almighty Heavenly Father anyway. Sky Father. It says trust in the unknown. Trust in the Most High. Right? You know, we believe in Source. We believe in the Divine Heavenly Father, but we cannot see Him. We cannot see Him, but we know He's there, right? And that's what He wants you to do. He's always hiding stuff in. Trust that your path is unfolding exactly as it needs to. You have a personal relationship with the Great Father. Know that He is lovingly leading you forward, right? Which is why I told you not to worry or stress about other people's opinions of your life. You're an adult. You know that you have a connection to the Most High Heavenly Father. Nobody can stand in the way of that. It says you are co-creator of your life, and every thought, feeling, intention, and emotion you have is creating the road ahead. With that being said, you don't need to know every single detail of what's going to unfold before you. When this card appears, you're being guided to take a step back and get out of your own way because there's a greater power that is not only around you but within you. And Sky Father is creating the best experience imaginable for you. Accepting this will allow miraculous energy to come into your life. So see things from a higher perspective like the eagle on the card. This card can also appear when there are opportunities to improve the father connection in your life. So if you've had daddy issues, this card comes up as a sign from the divine to improve your connection with your father, your paternal side. If your father figure is in heaven, know that his spirit is drawing close. If he's on earth, there's an opportunity to heal something, whether past or present. So that's the message. Those are the messages. Okay. All right. There's something there that needs to be healed. And whether that's a relationship with the Most High Heavenly Father, reconnecting, if you're a spiritual person, of course, reading your Bible, praying, studying the Word, whatever you do to spiritually connect to the divine, that's your personal thing to do. But even with your earthly father, if he is here in the flesh, there may be things that you want to heal in that relationship as well. That's the message. Okay, did I get everybody? I hope I didn't miss everybody. I hope I got everybody I was supposed to get before I go into the session. Tonight's topic, personal accountability. Personal accountability, okay? Basically, own your shit. We all have to. Because at some point in time, we have all done something wrong. We have all given too much. We have all lied about something. We have all neglected to follow through with the responsibility that was our responsibility to take care of. We have held on too long to something that we should have let go of. This is where personal accountability comes in. And then we'll wonder why. It's like crying later because you're crying because the milk spilled, because you set the cup on the edge of the table, and then the dog comes running through. You see what I'm saying? And the cup spills over. So you see, I did it, right? I did it. I set the cup on the edge of the table. The dog runs through, or the bunny comes through and hops on the table, and it falls all over the place. So now I have a mess to clean up because I did something that made zero sense. And that's where personal accountability comes in. We have to stop making excuses. Like, a lot of people make excuses for behaviors that they know is wrong. They just know it's flat out wrong, or it's flat out foolery. And they continue to entertain people they know they should let go of. They continue to do things that are damaging to their health, not just their physical health, but even their mental health. They hang around people who are toxic, low vibrational people instead of just cutting them off. Which I tell you all the time, there are times where it's appropriate to block people. In those instances, block people. Don't associate with people who always pull you down. It's always negative, complaining, gossip, all this type of stuff, because that type of energy pulls you down. You cannot succeed with people who are in that type of energy. They're ungrateful. They gossip about everybody else's business, and they know everything about everybody else's business but the business that pays them. That's a no, and that's taking personal accountability. Right? When you say, no, I'm not going to engage. No, I'm not going there because I know so-and-so is going to be there. And if she's there and he's there, it's going to be this whole situation. There's going to be drama involved. Just say no. Just say no. No, I'm not going to. No. This is also personal accountability also falls into play. It goes hand in hand with setting healthy boundaries, because we always come back to this, right? You are responsible for your well-being, period. Okay? If you allow someone to walk all over you, they will. So you have to hold yourself accountable and say, why does this person treat me this way? Why does this person feel comfortable enough to disrespect me in this type of way? Because you've opened the door for them to do it. You've opened the door for them to do it. You probably haven't put them in their place, because if they've done it multiple times, that means you haven't told them about themselves. And people need to be checked. That, like, for example, here's a great one. Somebody starts talking to you out of the side of their neck. They start cussing you out. They start saying shit that's inappropriate. Back up. That's not how you're going to speak to me. I'm not going to allow it. I will not continue this phone call if you're going to raise your voice, call me out of my name, curse and scream. Period. We're not doing it. People need to be called out on their shit immediately, not 2 or 3 days from now. Today. Because if you wait days, weeks, months, years for some people, they're going to continue in a toxic pattern of behavior that screams, it's okay. I've treated you like this before. I'll continue to do it again because in the moment it happened, you said nothing to me. So, yeah, the next time I don't like something that you did or it offended me some type of way, I'm going to come at you sideways. No, ma'am. Right, Em. Exactly. You have to. You have nip it in the bud, just like you do with children. Children. This is what parents do all the time. No. Do you see it? It's an immediate. Get your finger out of there. You see what I'm saying? It's immediate. Get off of that. Get off of that table. Put that back. No. This is what parents are doing all the time. But for some reason, when people reach adulthood, people stop holding people accountable. That doesn't go there. Those files don't go in that cabinet. Those need to be moved. That's not how you speak to a customer. You need to go back and apologize. People just run wild. People just run wild. In relationships, did you get my chips? I'm sorry. Did you say something? Did you get the chips I told you I wanted? Y'all see my face? Did you get the chips? Did you hear what I said? There's a way to ask for something if that's what you're trying to do. That's not it. Right? Right. It's or you got Christmas gifts for somebody and they're like, "Oh, is that it? What do you mean? Is that it? How about thank you? I really appreciate it." Or you could have added a little bit more cheese to my tacos. Was that a question? Like, it's little things. It's the little things that add up to bigger things. And people don't hold people accountable for smaller things. So when the monster is like, it's just like how in Tyler's Tarot, he always talks about in a lot of readings and love triangle situations, people feed the monster. We feed the monster by allowing them to walk away or say something snide or rude or sarcastic, or allowing them to behave in an entitled manner because they feel that you owe them something, or you should treat them some type of way because they've been around you for years, or they're your parent, or they're your sibling, or they're your boyfriend, or whoever they are, whoever they think they are. So they feel entitled to whatever you offer, whatever you bring to the table. They feel, and people who are entitled, they don't really appreciate what's given to them because it's constantly being given to them until it's snatched. Exactly, Kelly. They don't really appreciate things until it's snatched. But the problem is we allow it. That's the problem. We allow it. Your life is a hot ass mess because you foster it. You feed the monster. And this is what I'm talking about, personal accountability. If you know that your finances are shot to shit, what are you doing to save money? You're an adult. Why are you buying something that's $20 versus something that's $10 that does the same thing? Do you see my point? Exactly, Em. Don't let people get comfortable disrespecting you. Because at the end of the day, you're going to have to hold yourself accountable for allowing that person to treat you that way. You allow them to treat you that way, they're going to continue to treat you that way. But if you set boundaries, and you say, nope, this, nope, 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 then they're going to have to either follow the boundary or go ahead and remove themselves from your life. Thing is, we do a lot of stupid things and then expect sympathy. Case in point, you get a couple, let's say you get a couple thousand back on a tax return, and instead of saving some of that money and putting some of that money aside, you decide, I'm just going to go and blow it. Right? You're an adult. Knowing that you owe $500-$600 on 2 or 3 credit cards, why not try to balance that off? Why not try to get that paid off so that you can raise your credit score and be able to do other things? That would make sense, right? Or knowing that you owe state taxes, pay the state taxes off. Knowing that you owe something on the vehicle, you know that your tags and title or whatever it is, or your registration is needing to be renewed. Take care of priorities. But you don't. You're out here buying stuff that you don't need, and then get into a bind, a financial pickle, and then you want to ask somebody else to come. Well, I need to borrow. Can I borrow something? No, absolutely not. You just got a tax return and you blew it. You just got a stimulus check and you blew it. At what point are you going to hold yourself accountable and then complain, well, I don't have any money, but you just got a stimulus check? What do you mean? I don't have any. Well, why? Because you did what? Doing things that you can't afford to do. Having habits that you can't afford to maintain. This is real stuff here. Or you're buying, I've seen this happen where women they'll buy their person like clothes and shoes and all this other stuff, and their children are suffering. Their children don't have what they need. Like, take some accountability as a mother and say, oh, my children need shoes. They need clothes. They're growing. They're toddlers. They're growing out of those clothes. So I need to get them more clothes. They're about to start school. I need to make sure they have supplies. I need to make sure they have everything they need. We have healthy food in the house, not just snacks and junk food. Like, personal accountability. Personal accountability. Or they're actually being taught to have manners, to be respectful. Those types of things. Not just running around like banshees. Like, at what point do people say, enough is enough? I need to make changes. That's what it's all about. I need to change the way I do things, change the way I think, change the way I behave, change the way I interact in my relationships with people. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You're going to keep getting the same thing. Every time you put 1 and 1 together, you get what? 2. It's common sense. But a lot of times people don't like to take personal accountability. What I've noticed is because then that means you have to admit that you are what? Wrong. You have to admit that you were wrong. You may have to give out some apologies to acknowledge that you failed in certain aspects of your life. Hey, Glam Love. To acknowledge that no, you are not perfect, and yes, your shit does stink. No, I had something was in my eye. Okay, I think it's out. That's the thing with holding yourself accountable. You're not where you want to be because you're not putting in the effort to be where you want to be. You don't have the type of connection or relationship that you want because you move too fast. You move too fast. You give up everything too fast. There's nothing that is earned. You just allow people in and out of your energy, allow people in and out of your home, allow people access to you. You tell them all your business right off at the front. So you don't have, there's no barriers, there's no boundaries. So then you get upset when you get played. Who do you have to blame? You could say them because yeah, they did. They did the shit, but at the same time, you allowed it. Well, Earth to the damn Leos, M. Earth to all the damn Leos. We own it today. We are on it today. The ones that struggle with realizing that their shit stinks. Exactly. I'm glad y'all are here because it's hard for people to accept truths. It's hard for people to accept truths. If I got myself in a situation, it's my responsibility to get myself out of it. I don't need to be calling everybody. I need to calling my mama, calling my sister. Oh, I need help with this. No, I need to sit down, look at self, and figure out, well, why am I unhappy in this relationship with this person? I don't need to be calling this person and that person and everybody and telling everybody what's all in my business, what's going on with him and what he did and how this happened and blah, blah, blah. Keep it between you and them. Y'all need to figure it out. Figure out how you're going to solve this problem. Because more than likely, you'll find the answer within self. How did this person, how did they act? Yes, they could have acted the fool. It's all in how you respond to it, though. It's all in how you respond or react to that situation. It has nothing to do with them. Because I was just having this conversation earlier. And I was saying, exactly, Kelly. And I'm not saying, let me just say this to say, I'm not saying that, you shouldn't ask for advice when you feel that you need advice, because that's what people who are experienced or older or more mature or wiser are for. They are there to ask because they've experienced it. They can often help and give you tips. But at the same time, you don't want to run to people every time you have a situation going on, because too many energies coming in can taint your situation, can cause blockages, because some people start trying to tell you what you need to do. And that's not always beneficial. It's up to you to figure it out. It's up to you to figure it out since you're an adult. It's your responsibility. There's so many things that come with being an adult that you don't thank you, No Name. She's doing a lot better. You're not told. It's like when you purchase a car, and a lot of times they don't tell you that there's sales tax involved. There's sales tax involved. So now you have to figure that out. You have to figure that out when you go to a dealership. There's going to be sales tax. Not just tags, title, and registration, but there's sales tax before you pull that car off the lot. Also, you're required with most newer cars, 2019, 2020 and up, you're required to have full coverage insurance. They don't explain all of this to you. Every year, you will be required to pay property taxes on the state that you're doing. The state that you're living in. On whatever vehicles, however many amount of vehicles that you own. It's not something that's taught to you. It is something that slaps you in the face, because they send it to you state by state, county by county every year. Whatever your properties are, whatever you own, boats, cows, sheep, if you have a farm, whatever property you have within city limits or outside of a county, they're going to send you taxes that have to be paid on the properties that you own. But it's your responsibility as an adult to know this, to take care of it, to pay the fees. See what I'm saying? It's not going to be up to somebody else. Otherwise, you're not going to, like, if you don't pay property taxes or city taxes, you will not be able to renew the tags on your car. The DMV will not allow you to do so. So you have to be knowledgeable about things. You have to look things up. You have to research things, because everybody's not going to be able to, hold your hand. Oh, hi, Misha. Welcome to my channel. Thank you. People are not going to be able to hold your hand and walk you through everything. You have to figure out what works for you. You have to figure out what works for you and hold yourself accountable. If you have a goal of saving a certain amount of money, then what are you doing? How are you going about achieving that goal? Let's say I wanted to save $2,000 and I'm putting aside $50 every week. How long is it going to take me to get to my goal of saving up $1,000? if I'm saving, if I'm putting aside $50 a week, so 2, 4, 6, 8. That'll take me 5 months, but I'll have that goal. I'll reach that goal because I'm being proactive about it. Now, if I say, well, I'm gonna do it this week, and then next week I'm gonna skip, and then I'm gonna skip another week, it is going to take me longer to reach that goal. But whose fault is it that I'm dragging it out? Me, right? I have a goal. I have a personal goal to pay down credit card debt. I'm serious, y'all. So I'm working on it. I'm chipping it away. But if I make excuses or I don't put that money where it needs to be put, then I can only blame myself if I don't get to where I want to be credit wise, because that's my responsibility. It's not somebody else's. It's not somebody else's responsibility to do it for me. It's not somebody else's responsibility to take care of that for me. It's my job to do it. It's my job to manage my finances. It's my job to make sure that I'm stable or have stable income. It's my job to make sure that I'm on it. And if I don't have it, it's my job to make sure that I'm doing everything in my power to have it. That I'm stable, that I'm well, that I'm taken care of, that I'm fed, that I'm clothed, that I'm clean. It's my responsibility. Same thing with physical responsibilities, the same thing with mental and emotional responsibilities. Personal accountability. Yes, we're about to go there. Sabotaging relationships. If you are guilty, raise your hand. Why do you think we sometimes sabotage connections and then cry when it doesn't work out? Well, I thought he really loved me. I really wanted a relationship with him. Why do we sabotage connections and then get upset? Thank you, No Name. Sabotage the connection. We get upset because, well, it didn't work out because we sabotaged the connection. Right. Exactly, No Name. Scared. That one, M. Non-accountable. How about being in denial? How about being in denial that we have any issues? My shit don't stink. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I've been through some things. I had a couple boyfriends that it didn't work out, but I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. How do you sabotage a connection? What are ways that we sabotage connections? That's true. That is true. But I'm not really focusing on them. I'm focusing on us here now. Like, don't get me wrong, men do it. They do it. But I'm saying a lot. When have women sabotaged connections? Because you were emotionally closed off. Right. Overthinking, ego, codependency, denial. Right, No Name. I mean, you can look at it hindsight 2020 now and be like, whew, I'm glad I got out of that. Whew, I'm glad I got out of that. That's a great one, M. Overthinking. Thinking too much. Doing too much. Trying to over-explain yourself or trying to over-prove yourself to someone that it's like, this saying, which I really don't like this term, but they use it a lot on Instagram, and I'm pretty sure y'all are familiar with the pick me phrase. It's like, but it's really like being like that though. You sabotage the connection by wanting somebody to pick you so bad, wanting somebody to love you so bad, give you the attention or the affection that maybe you didn't get in the last few connections that you were in or as a child. And so you want it so bad that you become addicted or attached to someone instead of allowing yourself to fall in love with the person. Instead of allowing yourself to naturally go with the flow of the connection, you're trying so hard. And trust me, I'm speaking. This is why I was the first to raise my hand. Sabotaging a connection because I'm closed off. I don't care about what the other person has to say. I don't want to hear what they have to say. My ego, somebody else said it, my ego caused me to ruin a good relationship. My own ego, my own stubbornness has caused me to ruin what could have maybe been a good relationship. Because I was in an energy of I don't want this person to get over on me. So I'm gonna dip. I'm gonna go ahead and leave. So, it could have worked out. Not always the case. Like you said, Misha, sometimes the men were the problem. But why was I attracting that type of person into my energy anyway? Somebody who would cheat, somebody who was lying, somebody who was manipulative, somebody who was ghosting. Codependency. Again, personal accountability. Why was I attracting a low vibing person? Somebody who surrounds themselves with drama into my energy. Because we were trauma bonding. We were trauma bonding. And until you learn to love yourself, and give yourself what you need, which is why a lot of light workers, tarot readers, a lot of us who are genuine, we stress self-love. Because you cannot fully love another person when you're closed off. You're emotionally closed off. You got it, Glam. So we end up sabotaging the connection because we haven't healed from past situations. And instead of taking the time to heal, we bounce from one connection to another connection to cover up the emotions that we felt from the other connection. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. But it's crazy. Which is why a lot of times we do need therapy. As much as we are in denial, we need therapy. We need to talk to someone. We need to, see a licensed professional. We need to hold people accountable from your childhood, your mom, your dad, your siblings, people who hurt you in the past, and you've carried that hurt, you carry it around until you release it. And so you carry the baggage around from one connection to another connection, and you think that you're fine until something happens. And then then the whole thing is ruined because you're too afraid. Everybody kept mentioning fear. Fear is a huge block. And let me tell you, fear is a block of the devil. The devil feeds off of fear. Exactly, no name. Because it's more comfortable. It's more comfortable for them to stay where they are because, exactly, Misha. It's more comfortable for them to stay and wallow in their mess because getting clean requires too much. Amazing. And I bet you he probably feels 100 times lighter and better now that he's actually taken accountability. And this man is great because the fact that he's taking personal accountability for what has happened to him, he's not blaming other people for what happened. And he's actually taking action to heal from it and move forward. Incredible. Absolutely commendable. Because a lot of times it's easier for us to say, well, I'm like this because of all the 50 relationships that I was in throughout my life. And, I was with this person and he cheated on me. And I was with that person and he took all this money from me. And you see how this is going, right? And this one, he had baby mamas that he didn't tell me about and I didn't find out until later. And, my mom, she treated me like this when I was a child. So that's why I'm like this now. That's why I'm so defensive. That's why I'm so guarded. That's why I have a bad attitude towards everybody all the time. Exactly. Y'all are exactly right. I'm so glad y'all are following me on this. But it's real. It's really a touchy topic for a lot of people because they don't like to hear you need to go to therapy. I literally had to tell someone this. She kind of got smart ass with me and was like, well, I already told you I was in therapy. Great. Stay there because I'm not a licensed medical professional. I don't pretend to be, nor will I ever claim to be. I don't want to be. People who are licensed therapists and psychiatrists have a lot on their hands. Bless them. If you're going through therapy, stay in therapy. Tarot is only for certain aspects of your life. It is not to medically get you to where you need to be. If you have a chemical or hormonal imbalance, which there are a lot of people who do, you need medication. That means you have to go to what? A licensed medical professional to get medication, to get therapy. There you go, Em. There you go. See, tarot is not for that. That's why you have to go to someone who specializes in that field. Someone who specializes in that field. Hold on, I didn't see it. No, that is not selfish. No, name, that is not selfish. Misha, was she saying he's overcome that now? It was an issue for him, which is why he went and got the professional help that he needed. But I totally understand. Yeah, you have to deal with those. You have to deal with those. You have to deal with those issues. And that's why there's licensed medical professionals to deal with those issues. You're constantly paranoid. Let me tell you, sabotaging connections. Exactly, Em. I totally understand. And thank you for sharing it, because I feel like it was needed. I lost my thought for a second. But yeah, when it comes to personal accountability and sabotaging relationships, that's what I was going to say. A lot of times people who have those deep-seated traumas and issues, they refuse to go to counseling, like No Name, like you were saying, because it brings it up. It means that you're going to have to feel it. And sometimes people would rather suppress feelings and emotions than actually deal with them. Because now you're going to bring up the anger, you're going to bring up the hurt, you're going to bring up the pain, you're going to bring up all of those things that they just bottled up and they pushed aside for a long time. It's literally waking up the dead. So it's now like, now they have to see it and like, okay, I remember being that 10-year-old, that 25-year-old, that 19-year-old. I remember what happened when. Exactly, and I remember what happened when my sister did this to me or my father did that to me. Yeah, and it's absolutely okay for you not to be involved with that person romantically, because you cannot force them. It's always, like I said, it's always a choice. It's always up to that person whether or not they want to do what they need to do. If they don't, they're going to continue. I can guarantee you they're going to continue to have failed relationships, unsuccessful connections in general in life, because you can't go through life suppressing things. That's like you go to work, right? And your employer, they pay you for the work that you do, correct? You go to work and they say, oh, well, you know what, Em, we don't have your check. We don't have your check this month. We'll try to make sure we get it to you next month. And next month comes, they still ain't got it to. Are you going to keep working for them? Exactly. And that's why I said it's absolutely commendable of what he's doing. Yeah, some people don't want to, they don't want to handle their traumas. And some people need, like, that's why I say counseling, therapy. People need stress management, anxiety, anger management, all kinds of stuff. Anger management. Like, I'm telling you. Personal accountability. Why is this person so violent and so angry? At the littlest things, they snap. Right. And things happen for a reason too. Everything happens for a reason, but it's like it's like so commendable, like it's so noble of him to actually take personal accountability and see his life where it was headed, and say, you know what, I don't want to be down this road. You know, I don't want to go down this road. I want to make changes. Yeah. Yep, it is. I want to make changes. And that's the thing, no name. Like, you can't force people to make change. And that's another thing. Like I said, personal accountability. Personal accountability. That's like for myself. When I was involved with my toxic exes, I was not holding myself accountable for what I was allowing to happen. I'm sitting here like knowing this person has childhood traumas and issues that they're not willing to deal with. This person is a freaking sociopath, psychopath, and he refuses to go get help. But he's constantly engaging in relationships when he should be alone. He should be isolated. Right, Misha, and that's the thing about personal accountability. Exactly, and that's one of the parts of being accountable, is setting boundaries for yourself. Um. Oh, I'm already done with readings, no name. I've been done with readings. This is just the real talk session about personal accountability. But anybody watching this live, if you enjoyed the topic, please make sure you give a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new and you enjoy my live sessions. But yeah, I mean, personal accountability is all about self. Taking care of self, acknowledging self-awareness, knowing what you need to do to better your situation, whether it's financial, whether it is relationship, love, whatever the situation is, parenting, taking accountability. A lot of people don't even take accountability for their kids. Their children end up complete hellions, and they take no accountability. Oh, my child's an angel. Is he? Because he was biting at daycare today. He was just biting other kids in daycare. Well, he learned that he was watching a movie. Okay, so what are you allowing him to watch? You're the parent. You're the mom. You're the dad. What are you allowing him to watch to where he's running around biting other kids at daycare? But your child's an angel, and as soon as the daycare provider says something to you about it, you get offended. You don't need to say anything to me about my son. I already know that my son. Okay, well, here's the thing. He's affecting other children at daycare. So maybe what the daycare provider is telling you is correct. Maybe what Miss Johnson, the kindergarten teacher, is telling you at the school is correct. Maybe your son has issues sitting still and focusing in class because he doesn't go to sleep at night. Why is he up at 11, 12 o'clock at night? He's 4. Why is he up at 11, 12 o'clock at night? He's 4 years old. He should be in the bed by 9. So he can be fully rested because, you know, he doesn't work. He doesn't have a job. He's 4. So he should be fully rested for school the next day. Well, you know, we just got a lot going on. Okay, so is that an excuse or is that a reason? I'm Miss Johnson. Is that an excuse or is that a reason? Because I need him to actually be awake during our class so he can participate in the class projects, the classroom activities. You're the mother. I mean, people don't like being told things, but the truth needs to be said. You need to put him down to sleep at 8 o'clock so he can get up and be ready for school. Feed him breakfast. Don't forget to feed him breakfast before he comes in so he's not hungry when he gets here, so he can focus while he's in class. Personal accountability as a parent. You're a parent. What might that be, no name? I don't necessarily have to pull cards. But yeah, I mean, people just, in every aspect of your personal life, there is always a way to take responsibility or accountability, however you want to name it, for whatever's going on. It's my mom used to always tell us that growing up, either there's a reason or an excuse. Which one is it? A valid reason or is it an excuse why you didn't do what you knew that you needed to do? That's the question. And I ask myself this question often. What am I not doing that I should be doing, and why am I not doing it? Because if I don't reach my goal, then I can't blame anybody but me. Let's see. But I noticed that a lot of parents are very, very like sensitive about what's said about their children. I get it. I get it. But if your child is a little demon, maybe you need to be a better parent. Maybe you just need to be a better parent. I'm dead ass serious. Like, you need to stop letting him watch karate and fighting and let's see. Whoa. Oh, major arcana is major arcanas in a reading are usually the theme of the reading per se. That's what that is all about. Like, for example, if I'm pulling cards for someone and the judgment comes up, judgment comes up. That's about coming to a realization or making decisions, because judgment is about making a final decision, or also even a reconciliation, making reconciliation for wrongs to make something right, because you're aware now, you've had that awakening, that epiphany. That's the major lesson that Spirit wants you to learn. Whatever the major arcanas are in a reading, that's the main message that Spirit wants you to have. Yeah, and the star is major arcana. So the star is about having faith, wish fulfillment, hopes, positivity. That type of energy is what the star, healing as well is what the star carries as a major arcana. Also, I think it helps too to have an accountability buddy. I have one. Somebody that's going to hold you accountable whenever you are not doing what you should be doing. Like, did you make that phone call today? Coworkers, gotta love them. Did you make that phone call today? Yes. No problem, no name. Yeah. Your mama said, don't nothing stay the same. It's going to always change. Right. You're welcome, no name. Exactly. Things change. And that's another thing, y'all. Like, okay. So, because y'all know this is real talk. This is real talk. Reed, why are you upset? So, people get upset. And I was explaining this earlier. People get upset because everything in life is about choices, and everybody's choices are not always going to make us happy, right? Let's say you're going out with friends. Y'all, Rico's a little upset right now. You have a choice. You have a pink dress and you have a red dress. Let's say you pick the pink dress. Somebody's going to have something to say about the pink dress, but guess what? It's your dress, your date. What does it matter? What does it matter what everybody else is thinking? It's your dress, your date, you're cute. That's it, period. Somebody else would have been like, well, you should have put the red dress on. Well, I didn't. I'm happy with the pink one, and I'm going to wear it, and I'm going to rock it. It's about choices. You're only responsible. This is why I say personal accountability. You're only responsible for you, right? You're only responsible for you. You're not responsible for how other people perceive you. You're not responsible for how they feel about what you do, because people are judgmental. Well, I seen her talking to that man. They must be in a relationship. Now, mind you, they're not minding the business that pays them, but you're worked up about what they think. Why? You owe them nothing, not even an explanation. That could have been a client from your job that they saw you talking to, but they're assuming that this is a romantic relationship. They don't even know your situation. But people automatically jump to conclusions, right? This is what I'm saying. You are only accountable for you. So to whom it matters. Now, if it was your spouse saying, okay, well, honey, I saw you talking to a guy last week outside of the coffee shop. What was that about? Okay, so now you're morally obligated to kind of give him an explanation, right? Well, that was a client. We're trying to close out a business deal on some property. I needed to discuss the final details. And he saw me outside of the coffee shop and decided to ask me a question about it. That's all that was, period. Right? See? Right there. But other people outside of your connection are looking and judging and saying whatever they want to say when they don't know whatever's going on. You're only responsible for you. That's the only thing you're responsible for. You're not responsible for what other people think, perceive, feel. I'm only responsible for giving my audience, my subscribers, my viewers, my clients, the best possible advice moving forward, the best clarity, the best insight that I can give during my personal and live readings. I'm not responsible for how other people who watch my live streams, who watch my content, how they feel about me or how they feel about my delivery. Right. I'm not responsible. And personal accountability is also just not caring so much. People, especially us women, we are very guilty about caring too much. Well, I don't want to tell her that she was real rude the way that she asked me to do such and such the other day, because she is my best friend. We've been best friends since high school, and I don't want to hurt her feelings. Okay, well, her feelings are about to get hurt today, because she needs to know that she cannot come to me and talk to me any type of way and just think that I'm going to be okay with it. And I'm going to let her know in the nicest way possible. I just need to talk to you for a minute, because the way that you called me on the phone and started raising your voice and making demands, I really didn't appreciate it. I didn't appreciate it at all. So, right, no name, but it just goes to show you that people make choices, right? They can either choose to watch the live, join the live, not watch the live, watch the content, go to another reader's YouTube channel. There's so many different channels out there. You don't have to watch my live stream. You don't have to listen to my voice. You don't have to see my face. You don't have to comment. You damn sure don't have to thumbs down. But people choose to do what they want to do. With that being said, care less. I'm telling everybody tonight that's watching my live, care less. Care less about, and I'm not saying, let me just make this disclaimer. I am not saying to be disrespectful to people. I'm just simply saying care less. Care less about what they think. Care less about how they see you. Care less about what they might say. Care less about how he feels if you walk away. Do you owe him anything? Hell to the no. You are not obligated to stay in a relationship. I want to make that clear to everyone. Twin flames, soulmates, life partners, whatever you want to call it. You are not obligated. Right, Em? You are not obligated. If you clocked out, You are not obligated to wait on another. You are not obligated to wait on another customer. We are closed, sir, ma'am. I am closed. It's 7 p.m. I'm leaving. Y'all, this is a real life situation, okay? People still want to come in and ask. No, sir. Do you see the lights off? Do you see my purse on my shoulder? Do you see my keys? Okay, great. So we're closed. That's a no. It's going to be a no for me. It's going to be a no. You do, Em, you do. But it's not just you. It's a lot of us. Somebody comes talking to me crazy. Okay, good day. Thank you for booking. Thank you for booking your reading. You got your reading. You're complaining. Okay, great. So guess what? I'm going to go ahead and block you now because I don't have to do your reading. I will refund you the money and I will block your ass from my email because I'm not obligated to do shit for a damn individual at all, period. You're only accountable for you and I'm only accountable for me. I provided a service. If you're unhappy, go somewhere else. I'm not obligated and I don't owe you a damn thing. And I don't have to feel any type of way about it. I don't care how you feel about it. I don't care what you think about it. And I damn sure don't care what you tell other people about it. I'm not obligated. So here's what I'll do. I'll refund you and I will block you. That's it. I'm going to refund you and I'm going to block you. Or if you've already paid and I've already delivered my service, we're done. Have a nice day. Block. I don't give a damn how they feel. I don't give a damn how they perceive me. I don't give a damn what they tell other people about my channel, about me. I owe them nothing. They are not with me on a daily basis. They do not know my heart. They do not know my mind. That's it. People like that, people who complain or they feel entitled, they have emotional issues that need to be worked on. Personal accountability. That's it. Personal accountability. And those are people who tend to cross other people's boundaries. That's what they tend to do. They try to push other people's boundaries, but they want theirs to be respected. Selfish. A lot of it all boils down to selfishness. Have to be. Gotta be. No name. Gotta be. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I literally understand why some rappers are like, fuck feelings, because people are always going to have feelings. People are always going to have feelings. No matter what you say, no matter what you do. Yeah. But it was a topic that I need to talk about, so here we are. I have no problem blocking and deleting people at all, period. A part of it is my Aquarius nature. A part of it is just complete fuckery that people bring to the table. Their low vibrational energies, their insecurities, their overly sensitive emotional selves, because they haven't dealt with issues that they need to deal with, and they take it out on everybody around them. They just people messy. That's one word, messy. A mess. Their love life is a mess. Their finances are a mess. Their health is a mess. They stress to the max. Like, I mean, personal accountability. And people get mad when you say this, but it's so true. Unless you have the basics, and you're going to crack up laughing because you hear me say this all the time. Unless you have the basics, masculine or feminine, male or female, you should not be dating anyone, period. If you're unemployed, if you don't have reliable transportation, and you don't have a place to stay, you should not be dating. That's one. Two. Ali, I'm not answering questions. Two. Exactly, no name. Two. If you have traumas, paranoia, anxieties, you need to work on self before you start dating people. Before you start having sex with people, work on you. Right, Nisha? Because I'm about to block him in a minute. Work on you before you start hopping in relationships with people, and get an understanding of what you're dealing with, the person that you're dealing with. Because here's what happens. Because this is where a lot of women get upset and they don't want to take accountability for their actions. I cannot tell y'all the number of emails or messages that I've got from women. Well, I don't really know what he feels about me. I thought, do you hear the words? I thought we were, you fill in the blanks, okay? You fill in the blanks. I don't really know how he feels about me, red flag. I thought, red flag, we were, red flag. You don't really know how he feels because why? You didn't make it clear in the beginning stages of that connection what y'all were doing. What was the understanding? What was the agreement that you all had? Were you gonna be friends with benefits? Were you trying to get married? Were you just gonna casually date? Like, what was it? Was he looking for a girlfriend, or was he just wanting to play? Like, if you don't establish boundaries, you get hurt. 1 + 1 is 2. Personal accountability. People don't like to hear that shit because it's real. You got played because you didn't put in the effort into protecting your heart, protecting your energy, protecting your body, protecting your spirit by involving yourself with somebody who could have been a player, who could have just been out for a good time, for somebody who wasn't serious because you didn't establish that up front. Well, I thought we were fantasizing and coming into a situation with an expectation that was not communicated. It was not communicated. So whose fault is it? You can establish things. You can establish things, but that's the point, No Name. You have to establish things. I'm not talking about that situation. I'm talking about situations where things fold because you haven't communicated what it was, and then you come back later like, I'm confused because I thought. Also, here's another one. Again, just because somebody says one thing today doesn't mean tomorrow that they still feel the same way, because remember, you're allowed to make changes. You're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to say, you know what, this is not what I want. This is why you have to be okay with no. You have to be okay with no. They have to be okay with your no, and you have to be okay with theirs. No, that's not what I want. Okay, great. Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you. Have a good life, right? Because now they've clarified. No, I'm not looking for a relationship. Okay, great. Goodbye. We're done. Done that. Been there, done that. Okay, great. So now they can go on to the next person. Because there's somebody out there who's not looking for a relationship either, and they'll click. They'll get along great. But you made that establishment. Well, when we first got together, he said that, he really was wanting to settle down. He wanted to build a family. He really likes me. But 5 years later, see what I'm saying? So there's never been, from day 1 to year 5, there has never been a check-in. There hasn't been a check-in. You see what I'm saying? You have to check in with people. Just like a doctor's visit, you got to check in. You got to check in. You got to check in. You got to check and see if this person is still feeling the same way they were 2 months ago. 5 months down the road, you got to check in and see, okay, well, I just want to make sure, is everything okay? How are you feeling? Are you, like, sometimes people just, how can I put it? Like, people go on autopilot in connections, and they don't actually really take the time to find out if the person they're dealing with, if they're actually happy, if they're actually satisfied in the connection. Is there something that they feel uncomfortable about? Because at any given time, like I said, like Misha said, things change. The bus can change. They used to go down North Fish Street. Now they're going down Martin Luther King Bridge. They might change routes. They might decide, you know what, this is the wrong path. I'm taking the wrong route, and I'm ready to go. I'm not saying they don't, no name. I know people lie. But this is why I said it's your responsibility to check in. Check in. You can there's a lot of things that we can avoid by checking in. Do a weekly check-in. I just want to make sure you're good. I want to make sure we're on the same page, especially when you first start dealing with somebody. I want to make sure we're on the same page. They can, but more than likely, no name, that's not going to happen. More than likely, if someone is genuinely happy with you, you're going to see it in their actions. Because we can sit here and think about what could happen or all the possibilities, but at the end of the day, if a man is interested in you, he's going to show you, because men are action oriented. He's going to show you that he's interested in you because men are hands on. That's how they are. Weekly check-in. That some people check in daily, just making sure you're all right. Monthly check-ins to see how things are going every 30 days. But you got to check in and see who's happy. How are they feeling about you? Do you still love me? Do you still feel the same? Has anything changed? Personal accountability here, because they may decide, you know what? I think I might want to add a couple more people to this mix. That some people do. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's people get into some crazy stuff, threesomes and all kind of stuff. Well, this is my fantasy. You have to realize when you're dealing with another person, they have preferences just like you have preferences. They have desires like you have desires. They have fantasies like you may have fantasies. Every person is different and people change over time. But it's okay, no name, because we know you're clingy. We know that. He would know that. If he really knew you on a deep level, he would know that you are. I mean, all Scorpios have a clingy nature. That's just Scorpio energy. Because Scorpio, just like Leo, are possessive lovers. It's Scorpio energy. Let's see. Do we talk about what? How they feel? Fetishes and fantasies? Fetishes and fantasies, I mean, eventually they, it comes into play. I mean, because sex, believe it or not, sex is a part of relationships. It is. It's going to come up. Sex is a normal part of life. It's hell, even animals do it. So it's a normal part of life. It's a normal function that everybody's going to have at some point in life. So of course their fantasies and their whatever, it's going to come up. So you definitely need to have the conversation. I need to write a book, Clem. Are you going to buy it? Oh man. But I mean, it's going to come up. She's like, I promise I'll read it. No, ma'am, you do not. You're so sweet. Oh man, I love my live sessions too, though. No, ma'am, you don't want to overwhelm somebody with that type of stuff. Like, boop, this is what I'm talking about. It's like you coming in, so they come into the relationship and you get in like you in a boxing ring and you're just like, all right, here we go. Dukes up. And he's like, wait a minute, hold on. I come in peace. Because you're like, here's what. I don't like this. And I'm talking from experience. I don't want this. This is what I'm not going to do. This is what I'm not going to put up with. This is what I won't do. Yeah, he going to be like, oh, Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you. You start laying it on thick. Thick. And he's like, what? What is she talking about? Relationship? What is she talking about? Kids? What is she talking about? Celibacy? What is she talking about? Like, what? I just asked, what's your name? Can I get your number? That's all I'm asking. And here you go talking about this, that, and the third. You can't overwhelm. You can't overwhelm men because men are men are simple. They're complex, but really they're simple. Yeah, um you do establish boundaries, but let those boundaries be crossed. Let that bridge be crossed when you get there. Do you see what I'm saying? Initially, hi, I just wanted to introduce myself. I saw you from across the room. I think you're really beautiful. Can I have your number? So you started an initial conversation. This man has started and he's initiated a conversation with you. He's giving you a compliment. He's presented himself as a gentleman. Now it's up to you. I'd like to know if maybe I can take you out to dinner sometime, or maybe we can just go and talk for a few minutes. You see what I'm saying? So this is an initial conversation. So when you finally accept his offer, and let's say you guys go on a dinner date, so he starts asking you questions because obviously if he approached you, he wants to know more about you. So he's asking questions, and you can listen. You listening to his questions it's going to tell you a lot of things that you need to know. You're going to find out a lot of things that you need to know, where his thoughts are, right? What he values. Okay? Then it's your responsibility to be a judge of character and say, okay, so his values here, are they aligning with mine? What does he see going on here? What is he thinking? Because you're very intuitive, No Name, and you can pick up energies very well. You can feel if somebody is about to cross a boundary. Like, I'm gonna let you know now. I don't like being touched. So I appreciate dinner. Thank you for everything, but this is not appropriate for me, and it just makes me feel uncomfortable, right? So there's a boundary right there that you set. And you'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. You'd be like, it's okay. I just don't feel comfortable. Things are kind of new right now, and I just don't want to, I don't want to rush, So it's just the way that you come off to him. You don't want to overwhelm him. Well, I don't want this and I don't want that. Don't touch me. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference. But I really thank you for everything. I appreciate it. I had a really great time. You just you got to be smooth. Just like men are smooth with their pickup stuff. You got to be smooth. Like, okay, I see you. I see what you're trying to do. I see you trying to slide your arm around my waist. No, sir. No, sir. Thank you. Right? Just move it on off. No, thank you. And just kind of move over. Arrange your body language, your position to let them know it's like this is like a no touch zone. No touch zone. It's gonna be a no. So you have to be smooth about how you transition into boundaries. They teach body language and relationships and things that you don't want. That's just like eye contact. If you're not interested in someone, you're not going to give them like direct eye contact. You set the tone. You teach them how to treat you. But you do it in such a way where the person is not overwhelmed. They're not like, oh damn, she doesn't want to do anything, So you don't want to overwhelm somebody because you're going to turn them off is what's going to happen. You get into a connection and boom, you just start laying everything out on the table. It's like somebody typing like a maniac at the computer, and they're like this at the computer, and he's gonna be like, what? Right? She's a maniac. Yeah, that's what he's gonna be thinking. She's a maniac. And it's like, wait a minute, we just met. Like, yeah. Like, what is she talking about? Celibacy? What is she talking about? Nobody said anything about sex. What are you talking about? Nobody said anything about marriage. What are you talking about? No, you don't lay it all out like that. You just gotta smooth transition. Smooth transition. I used to say that about one of my coworkers, and she would crack up laughing every time, like, you're such a maniac, because she was so neurotic. She was just so neurotic, like, she was just so And I'm like, what is wrong with you? And she'd be like, well, I had four pots of coffee this morning. I'm like, who drinks that? Who drinks 4 pots of coffee? But yeah, like, anywho. Like, you're such a maniac. But always, we never had a dull moment, that's for sure. I'm like, what is wrong with this woman? But yeah, y'all. I mean, you don't want to scare people off, but definitely let them know, you do have to have an understanding, like, what is going on here. Yeah, yeah. I mean, things have to be acknowledged. They don't acknowledge you in the nail salon. They're like, you sit there in chair number 5. I was like, excuse me? You didn't even ask me how do you know what I want? You don't even know, like, I could have came in here for a full set. Like, what? So. Mm-mm. No, because here's the problem, No Name. A lot of times, listen, men are already, men are already, a lot of times they're hesitant. And if you keep this in mind from a male perspective, it's possible, Glam, especially if you have a very masculine energy that you carry. You have like a more aggressive or assertive type of energy, which Aries women do have a very assertive energy. But as long as you carry your feminine soft side with you, they will see that. They will see that. You're not trying to break nails. You're not trying to get dirty. You're not trying to change tires by yourself. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm going to let him do that. He can take care of that. But, what was I saying? I had a moment. I had a moment, y'all. It takes time. It takes time. You do want to give boundaries, and you do want to make it known, but you don't want to come across. And my DM actually told me that. He was like, when I first met you, you actually came across as very demanding. Well, you gotta quit, Glam. You gotta open up. You have to be a little bit vulnerable. You have to be a little bit open and receptive to them talking to you or getting to know you or asking you questions, because you being vulnerable helps them to be vulnerable. But yeah, men see things very it's very cut and dry for them. There's no there's no in between. It's either cheese or no cheese. Yeah, it's either cheese or no cheese. And I'm like, well, what do you want on the burger? Do you want ketchup? No, no pickles. Men are very direct. They're very direct. No name. I did not used to always be this way. I think as I've gotten in my 30s, it changed. Actually, my late 20s. When I turned 28, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I had the most I don't give a fuck type energy. Like, I mean, I never have really cared too much, but as my late 20s approached, I just stopped caring. I stopped caring about other people's happiness. I stopped caring about their opinions about me, how I look, how I talk, how I act. I stopped caring. And sometimes that can be a bad thing, but there are good aspects. You have, like M said, you have to find that balance. Now I've been able to better harness that energy and not give a fuck about people who don't matter, people who are irrelevant, people who don't pay my bills, people who don't support my channel, people who don't support my business. I don't care about their opinions. I don't care about how they perceive me, because they don't care about me. It's a reciprocal energy. I can care less about what they're doing in Timbuktu, and they can care less about me, what I'm doing on YouTube. It's balanced. I have no problem. Yeah, I'm not I mean, if I legitimately offend someone, I'm still sensitive. Like, I don't like to, I would never intentionally hurt someone. That's not the type of person I am at my core. I would never intentionally hurt someone. But if I have made the mistake of offending you, let me know, because I'm very apologetic. Like, I'm very I'm so sorry. I did not mean that way, that type of thing. But at the same time, when I'm speaking my truth, I'm speaking my truth. And sometimes it doesn't always come out in the most chocolate covered way, sugar coated way, but it's the truth. So, I mean, like, I'm very rarely apologetic for what I say. It's usually how I say it that sometimes offends people. And so I've worked harder on that as I've gotten older, like trying to be more considerate of how they feel when I really just don't care because it's true. But I've had to take a step back and say, well, no, Jack, you got to be a little bit tactful with the way that you present this situation because everybody is not like you. Everybody just is not matter of fact. Oh, Em. I mean, I definitely agree. You should keep your options open. Um, like, let me give y'all an example. Like me not caring. Like I told my person the other day. I was like, if you go get somebody else, I don't really care. And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, I don't care. And he was like, what? And I was like, I just won't have anything to do with you. I said, but you can do whatever you want to do. I don't care. And he was like, what? Like, he was perplexed by that because his personality is more dominant than like me. Like, I don't, and he always cracks up laughing because he'll be like, you're so crazy. And I'm like, what? Because he knows I'll be out. Like, somebody says something crazy to me, I'll just delete them. I won't respond. I'll block the person. I'll leave. like glam. Like, I'm serious. Dead ass. I don't care. Like, if that's what you want to do, then stay over there. Like, it has nothing. Somebody else's choices. I don't care if it's my sister. I don't care if it's my man. Somebody else's choices has nothing to do with me. But I just let them know. I was very straight up and I said, but if that's what you choose to do, that's where you're gonna be at. I'm just letting you know right now. I won't be a part of it. But you can do whatever you want to do. I don't care. But he was like, you really cracked me up. And I was like, why? He was like, because, because I'm not. He's like, you're not the type of person that's like always calling him or always messaging him. Actually, he's the one that he actually communicates with me more than I do with him. He's like, you're not always asking me where I'm at or what's going on. And I'm like, because I don't care. And I don't mean that in a, like, I don't care about him type of way. It's just, he's grown. Like, what do I look like chasing a damn near 50-year-old man around? Like, what do I look like chasing him around, trying to figure out where he's at and what he's doing? I have a life. I have things to do. I had things to do before I met him. Like, it's not that serious for me. Like, I don't understand people, like women who go through men's phones. Let me see your phone. What's your password? Oh, you must be hiding something. I don't care. Like, listen, Lindas, to those of y'all watching. If he's going to cheat, he's going to cheat regardless. Regardless if you're checking his phone, regardless if you're texting him every 5 minutes to find his GPS location or trying to send him a snap so you can figure out where he's at so Snapchat can give you his location or Instagram or Facebook Messenger. He's going to do what he's going to do. Right, me too, Em. That's why I don't care. I'm like he called me like a month or so ago and was like he was out of town and he was taking care of business. I was like, okay, well, I hope everything goes well. Be safe. I miss you. I love you. End of story. He was like, well, I'll be back by whatever time he said. And I was like, I'm not, as long as you make it back safe, great. I hope everything works out. You have a safe trip. If you need anything, you can call me. That was it. That was the extent of the conversation. It's not even, oh, well, I wonder what he's doing at the hotel. Because he was at the staying somewhere with friends. I wonder what he's doing at the hotel. Well, I wonder where they went. I wonder who he went to go see. I don't care. Listen, that Saturday I was at home on my couch watching the first 48, what I love to do. Watching Court Cam and watching Live PD. I didn't care about what he was doing. He gets back. He gets back that Sunday and he calls and we're on the phone for a while. I mean, you know, when you know, you just know. I mean, I just don't, like, I don't, and that's what I told him. I was like, I trust you until you give me a reason not to, but he's never given me a reason not to. Right. You're right, No Name, I can. But he's so honest and he's so straightforward with me that I just don't. I'm still doing it. It's almost like my weight is kind of like, it kind of fluctuates up and down. I did eat today because I needed to eat today. It's kind of like staying in a range. But once I get through the next few days, I'm gonna try to start like working out, like full-fledged working out, so I can reach my goals. Because I need to tone. Y'all see these arms, right? They need to be toned. So that's the next goal. But yeah, like, see, like that. Like, I'm gonna be at the house working out. Yeah, like, you really don't. I used to that's what it is, No Name. That's the foundation. You know, as a matter of fact, my person, he was so honest with me that I had to oh, Queen, you know, that's a great idea. I didn't even think about that. But I wonder what the flavor would be. I have to try that. But I can have chicken, like in my salads. I can have chicken, and I actually can have like 1 to 2 meals a day. But I usually have just one. How did it taste? Because I usually have my protein shake like in the morning, and then I'll have a protein shake in the evening, which I didn't make one tonight because I'm just not up to it. But I'll have my salad. I'll usually have like a turkey, like turkey ham, pieces of turkey ham or something in it, because I am a meat lover and I have to have a little bit of protein anyway. So I'll put a little bit of turkey or chicken breast in my salad and I'll eat it. Sometimes I'll just eat the salad with no meat, but usually if I want it, I'll have that in there. Let's start back what, Glenn? Working out? Oh, okay. So I wonder if I can throw it in a skillet like with chicken bouillon or something in broth, and it'll take on that, and smoked flavor or something, and it'll take on that flavor because it'll simulate like a fajita chicken. Oh, that sounds great. I love salmon, and I haven't had any in a while, and it's probably a healthier. Yeah, it's probably a healthier choice. I'm glad you said that, Glam, because I haven't had salmon. But yeah, it's going. Did I tell y'all that? I noticed my skin is a lot clearer. Like where I normally have a lot of acne and stuff, I don't have it. Okay. Thank you for sharing that, Queen. I don't know why tofu never crossed my mind. But I love salmon, and I didn't even think about it. Like it's like a smoked salmon, and it's really really thin. Oh, you're most welcome, No Name. Thank you for hopping in. Never thought to cook it like that. Do I have the water bottle to help me drink the water? No, I actually carry bottles of water with me. Is what I usually do, because I have my blender bottle that I usually it has an attachment to where I can drink out of the blender, which I had to wash out. And then it has an attachment to where I stick it in the blender to blend all the stuff inside of it, the bottle that I use for my smoothies. So I have to carry my bottles of water external to that. I bet that would help thicken it. I usually use yogurt in there. I usually use yogurt in my smoothies to thicken it up just a little bit. Hi, Princess. Actually, no, my list is already done. But y'all, thank you so much. I'm not gonna hold y'all up. And I need to get some sleep too. Whoo, child, it's 10 o'clock. Yeah, but thank you guys so much for joining the live. I hope everybody that watches this live session later can really take some valuable pointers, advice from it, and just grow. Like, take responsibility for your life. You determine the outcome of how things play out by your choices. So it's up to each one of us, right? Much love to y'all, and we will be back live again Friday night. Also, if you guys have any great suggestions for topics for next week for Real Talk, let me know. Everybody knows how to reach me. Let me know, and we'll definitely talk about it. So until next time, love y'all.